Namaste and welcome at Let's Spread Positivity. Friends, my name is Tarun Tiwari. I am president and founder of Jeho Foundation. I am also founder and director of RNP Group. I am a consultant, motivator, and social activist. And today in our show, we have very special guest with us. As you know, our show Let's Spread Positivity is all about the positive vibes and sharing. Today we have very special guest. And before I introduce you to him, I just want to dedicate two lines for my beautiful guest today, my handsome guest today. ऊपर वाले ने भी अनमोल रतन गिनती के ही बनाए हैं और उसमें से भी सबसे कीमती आज मेरे लाइव में आए हैं. प्लीज वेलकम माय फ्रेंड, प्लीज वेलकम राज उल सुल्तान राना बशारत अली खान. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Friends, let me tell you something about Mr. Rana. Mr. Rana is an observer to United Nations, a special representative to United Nations, and chairman of International Human Right Protection. And please welcome our guest, Mr. Rana. I will tell you something more about Mr. Rana, and it will be really great for us to having Mr. Rana today with us. Mr. Rana, before we start our interview, I would like to request you to please introduce yourself to our audience, as 35 plus country will watch this interview.
Thank you, Taran, giving me this opportunity and opening with a wonderful sixer. The way you introduce me, you make my day, and I will love to keep you in my every single conference. So at least I will start a beautiful introduction. And namaste to my Indian fellows, the land of my grandfathers, where my grandfather and my father was born, and we love the Indian and Indian land being as a Pakistanis. And this is a message from the Pakistani community on behalf of Pakistan. We love as much as you love your superstar Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, and Amir Khan. We love them as well. And from our heart and on our end, we do not have any hard feeling about the India or about Indian society. So that is my opening message for all my listeners. So let's,
Wow.
as the chapter, as a subject for today, let's spread the positivity. So this was the first positive message from my side. And secondly, as my brother asked me for introduction, my name is Rana Basharat Ali Khan. Rana is our caste, which is stand for a Rajput. Ali is our family introduction, and Khan is our title. On because of my human rights works and because of my human rights work for Muslim Ummah, I was given the title of Raj ul Sultan from Sheikh Baghdad, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani from Iraq Sharif, one of the most respectable Imam for a Muslim Ummah. So that is a pronunciation is a Raj ul Sultan. And I based in a Bristol. I work with the UN, and basically I'm working for humanity. I'm the founder chairman for International Human Rights Movement. We are working in more than 57 countries and more
Wow.
than 30,000 volunteers around the world. Our
Great.
main object to work for humanity, regardless of color, religion, race, or a culture. We only have one religion that call humanity. So wherever humanity will be mishandled, we will raise the voice. We are basic, our organization basic, we are a lobbyist. We do lobby at the United Nations, European Union, and OIC, and all the platform where we need to raise the voice for humanity. So that is me and my organization. But basically, I'm a human with a full of love,
Wow.
regardless the religion, culture, or color. We
Wow.
respect as much as we respect our prophet. We respect your Hanuman, your Ganesh, and all your respectable God, whatever religion they are. Even we respect for Buddhism, Christianity, and all these things. As I believe, if we will not keep clean our heart, we cannot serve the humanity, because humanity will not ask you your religion when it stand for. I will give
Wow.
you example. If someone dying because of water or because of food, uh, if you give him a food or give him a water, he will not ask you what is your name that time. He will only ask, he will only say you thank you to saving my life, and after that he will ask you what is your name. So that is the humanity. So it's mean when you're serving for humanity, there is no religion. And hopefully we will bring some positive energy, and we will try to bring the both nation more closer than they are. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely, sir, and definitely we will do. Thank you so much for beautiful introduction, friends. Mr. Rana is so much, very much kind-hearted personality. His heart is full of empathy. He understands others' pain and fight for others. Let me tell you something about his public life. He started politics at the age of 14 years. And from that time, he is serving to the society, to the world continuously without any break. He did a lot. He did a lot. We cannot tell in this short interview his achievements, his work. So, friends, as you know, this show is all about the positivity and where change maker, leaders, celebrity from all around the world come and share their life learnings, positivity with us. Today, Mr. Rana Ali, we have, and today, Mr. Rana going to share his journey, his thought, and positivity with us. So, as you know about his introduction, now we are starting our question answer interview session with Mr. Rana. So, Mr. Rana, my first question is, what personal strength do you have that would help you to be succeed?
Okay, I will go with one of our holy book line. God said in a holy book that the humankind is the best creation out of the million creation he created, and the
Wow.
humans are his best creation, which God proud on us. So it's mean when the God create a million of uh, uh, things, and one of the things is we are as a human. And Allah said, God said in a holy book for a Muslim, that you are my best of creation, which I make proud myself. If you look at the history from the Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, from the first man on the planet, being as our religion till today, these we are a man who are making a difference. You will never see the powerful elephant make any difference. He make any uh, change in his life in last million years. There are so many animals, there is so many other creation in the world. Then they are on a same stand where they start their life. It is human who start his life from the jungle. No, they are living in a Burj Al Arab. They are living in a planet, and we are planning to move on a Marikh, on a new planet soon. So that's mean that's the man who are the main reason for a change, and the man who has make the history, like Mahatma Gandhi, one of the great leader in last century. He's the one who make the history. He works for Indian, he worked for a South African, he worked for around the world for humanity. If we look
Yes.
at him and look at us, we are much better. atmosphere right now. We have internet,
Yeah.
we have social media, we have
More issues.
these
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
technology. Let's imagine, put yourself in a period of Mahatma Gandhi. If you want to do this conference, you need to travel almost 500,000 miles. Either you
Yeah.
have to come to the London, or either I have to come to the India to
Yeah.
engage this kind of meeting. But they done without all these resources.
Yes.
They
Very
deliver the best
definitely.
job. Imagine how
Right.
powerful we are. If you go back about 5,100 years ago, if someone asked Mr. Changiz Khan, the one of the biggest warrior and a winner on the planet, okay, that he have a facility to use a SMS, sending SMS in one message to cross the world. No, we have that. So that's
Yeah.
mean the human from last 200 years, whoever was a human before 500 years ago, one, they are most powerful. So I believe that every man, every human, every youth can make a difference. I'm not here today where I'm was 40 years ago, or when I was 14 years ago. I start my politics and I start putting my name with a chalk, with a pen and paper, right? I
Yeah.
I start my politics from the school life. No, I am on a different platform. About 30 years ago, I was a leader for a student union in a school, in a college. My subject was handling the student issue, like the period are not starting on a time, the teacher are not giving a full time, they need less discount on a tuition fees, they need a discount on a food. But I start from that platform. No, I'm starting. No, I'm speaking in the UN, where I speak for Palestine, where I speak for Myanmar, where I speak about India, where I speak about Indian policy about COVID-19, where I criticize Pakistan about their policy on education, where I speak against American Trump. So that's the man, because we learn from our steps. So I want to convey this message to everyone, whoever listening or whoever will listen for entire, whenever this interview will remain on a YouTube or a Facebook or on a people WhatsApp. Every
Yes.
human is a great leader. You are the people. Look, sometime if you become a professor, teacher, engineer, your father will proud on you. You will be the proud for your family. You will proud for your city. Like your Narendra Modi, people call him a chaiwala. They don't call him chaiwala because to disgrace him, just because they want to call him chaiwala to give the other example. People who are selling chai or tea or coffee or samosa or biscuit on a railway station, in a bus station, they are giving them a dream. If one Narendra Modi can make the difference,
Yeah.
you can
Definitely.
also make the difference. That's why people call him a chaiwala. That's why
Yes.
people call Imran Khan. He was a cricketer. So how many cricketer you have? How many cricketer Pakistan and India have? I think the cricket is a bigger religion is in Pakistan and India. So it means
Yes.
it's not matter what you are. It's matter what you become. That's the matter.
Wow.
If you look
Beautiful.
at what you can do, because there is nothing different. You and me. You and me are much powerful against Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah or Mahatma Gandhi or Indira Gandhi. We are much resourceful. I give you a
Yes.
simple example. So we can do more, much powerful things rather than they done it. So we as
Definitely.
a human are a born leader.
Definitely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, Mr. Rana. Your thoughts are really beautiful. I really appreciate your answer. Thank you so much for this convincing answer. Friends, I would like to tell one more thing about Mr. Rana. He is also a author of a book, Student Union to United Nation, and he is also member of WHO. So, Mr. Rana, before we ask another question, could you please tell us something about your book?
Okay. Because I start from the middle class family. My family belong a totally a businessman family. We call goldsmith family. We do business okay, okay. Mm, there was no one in politics in my family before me. So I was the first one who started the politics in age of 14. So I learned so many things. I done so many mistake. I was a candidate from the Pakistan in a during election campaign. I was a candidate from the British. I was a part of the Pakistani political very closely, and I am part of the British politics is very well. So I've done so many mistakes to make one right thing. So in my book, I want to convey the message for a youth, whoever have a big plan, whoever have a dream, they need to come in a front. They don't need to learn the mistake, then they need to do the right thing. They can read my book. There is plenty of a book, so they can read these book, and they do not have to repeat the mistake which I done. So that's why I'm writing my book, how I start my journey, what was my dream, what how I went the first time the UN, how I went to the first time the as a consular candidate. I did not put anything in front of my possibility or target. I call myself, I'm a dealer for uh, for your achievement. I will give you the dream for your destination. So
Wow.
you need to keep dreaming, keep it dreaming. It's not matter, because if you keep dreaming, one day someone else will complete your dream. If you not start dream today, nobody will complete these dream again. So you need to keep going, keep struggling. Forget about how many times you get failure. The person who create the tube light first time, the bulb, electric bulb, he was failed 998 times, almost 1,000 times he was failed. People
Yeah.
used to call him a madman. People used to call him, he's a majnoon. He's a mental case. He's wasting his energy. He's wasting his time. He's wasting his money, because he done 1,000 times. That's why right now this flashlight putting on my face and I'm looking very beautiful, same like you. So if we don't done these mistakes, we will not achieve where we are right now. So don't worry, you are getting anywhere or not, but you're learning. I will give you example. If you ask me that come to India by walk, right, and we will meet on a cup of tea. If I start my journey, it will take me almost 6 months by walk to reach to you. I
Yeah.
will cross all the Europe. I will cross Iran, Turkey, Pakistan. Then I will reach to the India. But imagine, before to reaching you, how many experience I will do, how many new things I will learn, how many new step I will engage, how many new people I will meet. Might be before I reach you, I will reach something better than you in my way. So if we not walk, if we not took the first step, we will never reach on somewhere. So reaching somewhere, we need to keep dreaming. We need to start working. I will tell you, when I don't have any shame to telling this story. In 2005, I was a consular candidate from United Kingdom. And to be honest, my English was zero, because English was not my first language. And I was not very good in English, but I didn't give up. So
Wow.
I lost by 8 votes, and I never give up. I lost the election for as a counselor. No, I'm serving as an observer. I lost the election as I was dreaming to become a MP, member of parliament. But no, I'm a member of your United Nations, where because of that you engage me. Look at, if I'm a if I become a counselor about 15 years ago, you will never ever approach me, because you do not have any interest what I'm
Yeah.
doing in my community. You are interest what I'm doing in a United Nations. So that there is nothing like a failure in your life. Everything is come to your life to make you something.
Definitely. Wow. What a great answer, man. Really appreciate, Mr. Rana. Really appreciate. And I think this would help a lot to many of our audience. Mr. Rana, as you know, and I believe I learned from, many, as you know, we are from holy country, India, and we have many gurus. So one of my best guru, one of my favorite guru told me that human experience is 100% self created. and change your thought, and you can change your world. So my next question to you is, as you told me about the mistake you made at your election time, and you are not ashamed for that. So what was the hardest decision you have ever had to make?
Never hang up on the same place again. If something you never get, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy on the same thing. Do not waste, because there is a plenty of fish in the water. Keep
Yes.
trying, keep trying.
Yeah.
Don't take any failure on your heart or on your mind, because these failures to bring you on some other stage. It in human thought and human mind need to be like a water. If you look at the water coming from the up, if you put something in a to stop the water, they will divert and they will cross from somewhere else. Even from the
Yeah.
tiny hole, they will
Yes.
cross.
Yes.
After the crossing, there will be the new world. So
Yes.
similar thing, we need to be exact like a water. We need to adjust and change our color in every situation. And there is one thing, this sound like be a very booky, but trust me, this is a practical thing. There is nothing failure in your life. This is
Yes.
one thing you have to understand. There is, I will give you again example for your prime minister, because people know him.
Yeah.
Look at him. He was a person who was get refusal to enter in a USA. He was a person who people used to call him a butcher. People used to call him the killer. People used to call him the worst. Was comparing him with the Hitler due to the Gujarat incident. I don't want to go in a political history. I just want to tell the fact. So he was a person who was getting refused to enter in a USA, United Kingdom, and European Union. And the same person, when he landed after 10 years in a United Kingdom, the F-16, the biggest protocol ever any Prime Minister of India get from the United Kingdom or from
Yes.
the USA. So it's
Yes.
mean nothing can stop you. These things are to bring you somewhere on a nice place.
Definitely. Definitely. And he's our prime minister. I'm proudly I can say easy. He's something exceptional. He's not ordinary. India is more powerful now because of Modi, Mr. Prime.
Economically, look at your international relationship. I'm a Pakistani, but I proud on your diplomacy. I
Yes.
proud on your leadership, how he handling the international
Very
relationship, the how he handling your economics, the how he developing the relationship with the OIC and Muslim world, the how he getting award and reward from the UAE, Palestine, and Dubai. And under his leadership, the first time ever in the last 1400-year history, the temple is going to build in a land of a
Ram.
Muslim
Yes.
area. So that is his achievement. So
Yes.
you have regardless of politics, I'm not in a political statement, but regardless, he delivered. He put
Yes.
the India first, right? The
Yes.
way he's the dealing. So that's called a leadership. That's what we need to achieve. So
Definitely.
you understand. And one more thing,
Yes.
when he delivered a speech in a United Nation, I was in an audience. I was in a floor, and he
Okay.
delivered the speech in a poor Hindi, proper Hindi, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's mean that he do not have a shame that he cannot speak a good English. He do not
Yes.
have a shame that he cannot be a leader like other people speak in English. They repeat their do, but he speak in your language. So he give a respect, and he bring a dignity to your language. The people who cannot speak the English, they tell him English is just a language.
Yes.
Is knowledge is your power. So
Yes. Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Wow.
I don't want to
Really,
convert this
really.
program for a Modi election campaign.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. So I'm switching this to my question answers. As I asked you about the hardest decision, my next question is, what is the best advice you can give to our audience?
Okay, the best advice:
Yes,
rip off the word failure from your life. There is this is my personal. I am a 43 right now. I start my politics when even I start my politics in 92. I born in a 78. So exactly about 14 years I was old when I start my politics. So it's almost, let's calculate, a 30 years continuously politics. I done nothing. I'm not something a student or a businessman. I am nothing other than a politician. So best advice: keep going, keep moving. There is nothing of word like a failure in your life. If you remove the failure word, take every failure, take every non-success. I will not call a failure.
yes,
The things which like me and you plan to come to
yes,
the this conference. I was planning
yes,
to come from my laptop. It was not
yes,
get success from
yes,
iPhone. It give me replacement, and as you said, I'm a much beautiful and a brighter because I have an iPhone, and iPhone have a 12 mega camera, and my laptop I think only 2 mega camera. So that's give
yes,
me the other opportunity. So
yes,
if I think this or laptop give me the failure, or it was not running the way I was expecting, I will not get this beautiful image of your and mine on the screen. So that's
that,
mean everything which you think is run by your wish, if it's not run by your wish, leave it on Allah, leave it on your believer, leave it on your God, whoever is making your decision. Someone somewhere, some is with a different name. You call Bhagwan, we call Khuda, someone call Jesus. So it is the
yes,
same person with a different name or somewhere making our decision to putting, we are his child, we are his child. He loves us more than our mother. And
yes,
in our holy book, the Allah said, I love you 70% more than your mother love you. So he love us. He do not want to see us a failure.
yes,
He need our energy to keep going. You understand? I lost my first election in 2001 from the Pakistan. I actually, it was not an election. I was a chief of the election. Like under my leadership, the people was fighting for election for Nazim, and they lost. But if I take that in my heart, oh, I lost my election first time. I lost second time in a United Kingdom in 2004. I lost third time in United Kingdom in 2008. I lost fifth time in the United Kingdom in a for election. So I never give up. I never give up. People were telling me, "Oh, Bishardi, it is election is not something in your favor. Give up." I said, "Get lost. I don't want to listen this because failure word cannot cross my ear." No,
wow,
right now, the people who are a councillor, who are MP, they are standing behind me when I'm doing something. When I speak in a United Nation, like your foreign minister from around 180 country, prime minister from 180 country, they listen us. They
wow,
want to know what we are talking. So imagine, look at the stage. If I win the election from a Pakistan, there is about 100 million people in a Pakistani political system. If I become a consular from United Kingdom, there is about 50,000 consular from United Kingdom right this moment while we are talking. But
yes,
observer, there are only 8 observer in the United Nations. How many consular and MP get chance to come to on your lovely program and speak to the 38 countries? So
yes, definitely. I'm so blessed, Mr. Rana. I'm so blessed and thankful to Global Peace Let's Talk family for connecting me, great youth leader like you. Thank you so much. And coming to my next question, Mr. Rana, if you could start all over again, what would you do differently?
I will put more focus on education and research because I believe between different, like me and every human look like a same, but it's make different when someone born like Einstein or someone born with no education. So it's only education who will change me and my entire society and my entire progress or entire success in my life. It's not about the education, that education from the college. It's about education from the knowledge. You
Yes,
that's if I get a chance to restart my life, I will spend my 20 hour doing research and education and educate myself.
Wow.
That's something, because if you do not have an education, I was speaking to one of my friend today, the
Mm.
Hina Yunus. I was telling her that I never ever prepare my speech ever. I never ever start preparing my speech before any subject. If you ask me right now, what is planning for a
Yeah.
USA or Indian economy, I know,
Yeah.
because when I'm not interviewing, when I'm not spending my time on internet, I'm reading, I'm researching myself. So
Wow.
I'm a, so if I have a knowledge, I have a talk, I have a too much talk. If you continue this interview 9 hour, I'm full of knowledge for a 9 hour. Might be you will
Yeah.
hang up, but I have a glass of water that will be keep me going. So I think the only things will make you better and better, that the knowledge and education for yourself, because educated person can be a much powerful than an idiot.
Definitely, definitely. I really appreciate and I'm fully agree with your each statement that education is very, very essential, very important. Most of the undeveloped countries, the reason behind that is they are not literacy rate is very less and people are less aware. Awareness and lack resources are the main reason, as I believe, and we can do something for this as we are connected now. So coming to my next question, Mr. Rana.
You can bring as much as you want.
Yes, what one change people listening should make right now to help them get closer to their success story right now?
Be a good listener, one thing, and look at the one person for your entire world. We have more than 7 billion people around the world. We cannot change everyone. We cannot change.
Yes,
But if we change one person, you will change the entire world. So start focusing on a one person. One person. Share a shoulder. I was in a WHO meeting yesterday, Taran, and I
yes,
was shocked that every out of 101 people die because of suicide. If the 100 people will die, they one person will be the person who done the suicide. Let's share our shoulder.
yes,
Let's see whoever in a pain. Forget, you don't need to go out of India, you don't need to go out of your right now you are Delhi, right? You don't need to go out of Delhi, you don't need to go in a North Delhi or West Delhi or East Delhi or Andher Delhi. You need look at in your street, look at in your
yes.
home, find the one person, ask him, brother, sister, friend, are you okay? You need anything? Sometime asking is the biggest thing someone needed.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I really 100% agree with this because of this suicide incidents. People are very, very much. What we can say. They are appreciating very less.
And
Appreciation is lacking.
yeah, and let me add one more thing, Ratan. Sorry, Taran, because we are in a global village, but somehow, somewhere, we are disconnecting from the people, from each other. We are living in an imagination life, right? Might be
Yes,
I think more than there was used to be Facebook closed my account. There was a 1.2 billion million people used to follow me on my Facebook. But in reality, how many friends I have? How many people know me my heart? How many people approach me to share their problem? That's make me a
really. That's
human. So you
yes,
you you need to share your shoulder. I was talking to my team yesterday. Even I need your advice and your team advice as well. We are planning to launch the campaign. Let's share the shoulder, because we need to be a superman in someone life. We don't
yes,
need to be a we don't need to be a superman for everyone life. Allah
yes.
said
But
in
we
our
can do for someone
yeah,
at least. One.
in a one
Yes,
person, one person. Allah
yes,
said in
definitely.
our holy book, he said, I'm not asking you to try to change everyone. I'm asking you to just try to change people around you. So whoever around you, just try to change. I was speaking to you or one of the Indian news channel about 3 weeks ago. I said, you all are a Superman. Look, you have a water, spare water in a home. You have a plastic bottle which you drink yesterday. You don't want to drink it again. Put the fresh water, put it in your bag. When you're going on a job, when you're going on your home, when you're going on a walk, take that water bottle, give it to any person who is sitting in a street demanding for a food. If you have spare
Yeah.
food, put that spare food in a one plastic, one paper, put it in your pocket, give it to someone. If you are doing these things, you never know that that will be your best thing in your life. So we need to we because the problem with our youth, and problem with our young people, and problem with almost every individual, we become a Narendra Modi on the same day. We want to be a prime minister. And because we think, okay, if I become a prime minister, yes, I will change the world. Oh, make me a prime minister for a 7 day. I will do this, 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 this. Why only the prime minister will change? Why we are thinking that only the prime minister or the president will change?
Wow.
We all our prime minister in our heart. We all our prime minister in our. We can change the world. We can. They, and one thing, when you are become a prime minister, you will not get chance to give a water to the in a street anyone, because there is so many protocols, so many barriers. How many times you will see the Narendra Modi walking in a street? Never. Right? So
Right.
you have that chance. You have somebody in your office, in your home, in your street, in your area, in your colony, in your society, in your building. Just ask someone, hold his hand, ask, brother, are you okay? Do you need anything? You want to
Wow.
talk anything? Because we are living in a different world, especially during this COVID-19. We are become isolated. We
Yeah.
lost so many love. We lost so many relationship. We lost so many hopes. So let's hope for someone. Give us fake hope. Give us, speak life for a hopes. Speak. Your person who is attempting to reach on a moon. The person, I forget his name. Let me remind the your head of the moon mission, right? This is the third time he got failure, but at least he's attempting to reach on a moon. So make
Yeah.
attempt, do attempt.
Wow, really appreciate Mr. Rana. Your all answers are really admirable, commendable, and I strongly believe now that people will definitely get a lot from your words, from your thoughts, your answers. So, my next question, Mr. Rana, when did you consider yourself a success?
I am success already. I'm a story of success, because if I don't believe this, I will not waste my time more. I am because look, imagine, I told you example. If I start journey from my Bristol to the India, Delhi, it will cost 6 months, right? But during these 6 months, how many steps I will do? Okay, people are asking, do in Urdu. I think
Urdu. Yes.
yeah. So let's do something. So we need to focus. We are all success. I will give you example again from my religion. We have 140,000, 124,000 prophet. Allah said He sent 124,000 messenger. To be honest, we know by heart and by our book only 40 people. Where there are 140,000 people, we don't know. Allah did not give their name to our heart, right? Allah did not feel that he want to tell us their stories. They are wonderful people. They must be a wonderful people, but their story not reach to us. So it means there is not every story to reach on a television. There is not. I will not get chance to speak on a your mainstream media.
Yes.
It's not that mean that I'm not that success. It's not that mean I'm not a celebrity. You understand?
Definitely.
So if I'm getting chance from, look, I'm speaking. If you look at on me, I'm speaking from my bedroom. You are speaking from India. I
Yes.
have some stories, so I get some. privilege and protocol to come on your interview. If you put
Yes.
my name on a Google, you will get something about me. So that's mean I'm a successful story. So it's me. Whenever you, whoever want to do something, whoever want to do, this is message for my youth. Don't
Yes.
target your any goal. Don't target your any goal. Keep 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 trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Like if you
Sky's the
focus
limit.
that one day I need to drink the water. If I don't get water, you will be disappointed. Forget about the water. You have to dream that I will, if I don't get a water, I will tell people how to get the water, how, which mistake you don't need to make. So be a teacher, be an example. If you become an
Wow.
example even as a failure, right? I get a fine from the Bristol court for £1,200, right? So I am a bad example as well. But I am example for many people. Okay, don't do the way the Basharat done. Don't do the mistake which is Basharat done. So I'm a good example. My bad example is a good example for many people.
Yeah. Really, really inspiring. Your life is really inspiring. I definitely believe that your people, and I think God sent us in this globe, not in Pakistan, not in India, not in UK. He sent us on this globe, this earth,
Yes,
and we are
planet.
part, yes, planet. And yes,
I let me correct you. We are crossing the Earth. No, we already reached on a
yes,
moon about
yes,
50 70
moon,
years ago.
Mars,
We
everywhere.
are
Yes,
we are already reached on a satellite. There is
yes,
128,000 people every time living above the Earth.
earth. Yes,
128,000 people always in a sky traveling. So it's mean the Earth is not only our
yes,
destination.
yes.
The
We have
this
yes, and I think one more thing I want to tell you, Mr. Rana. One of my gurus said that we are not alone ever. We have 50 trillion cell within us,
yes.
and with the help of that cell, we can do anything. All
Let me,
universe inside.
yeah, okay, let me tell you one more thing. You know,
Yes,
the
please.
Allah, God,
Yes,
He said the one human, out of one human, if you are a single person, out of you and with one female, he can create a 7 million people. You are eligible, you are entitled, you have a capacity to give a birth for a 7 billion people with your gems and with your I don't want to call that, but you know what I'm talking. So that's, it's not that you more most normally we have a two people or three children or four children. In my father used to have a good time, he have a 13 children. But in a science saying, the one person can born 7 billion people if we have that kind of technology. So we one are a whole creation.
yes, definitely, definitely, and we have all the potential within ourselves to do anything,
Yeah.
good or bad. I strongly believe that whatever we give to this universe, it will come back to us in multiple time. If we do good, good will come back. If we do bad, bad will come back in multiple time. I
Okay,
believe it.
let me add one more thing.
Please add,
You,
please add.
you do not expect for return, because when you expect for a return and you don't
Wow.
get a return, you get disappointed. Do it and leave it.
Yes.
If something need to come back to you, it will come back to you. When I start my journey about 30 years ago, I was never ever dream that one day I will give you interview in Indian friends. You approach me, I did not approach you for interview. Right? Because you think I am doing something good. that's
Yes.
that's somehow somewhere it feeds you in your heart. You give me
Yes.
this platform because you
Definitely.
feel that I'm doing something. Stop. This is second advice for a youth. Stop expecting anything in a return, because
Wow.
if you expect anything in a return, you will get disappointment, right? So keep
Really.
going. Do not stop. Do not
Wow.
stop. What? Okay.
Really, really great answer, Mr. Rana. And I agree with your statement. And one more question I want to ask related to this.
You can ask
As
more question because we have about 50,000 people who are watching us and people texting me that we need
yeah,
to be in a Urdu. Your
yes,
Hindi and my Urdu
definitely
is the
after
same
two
thing.
question, after two question, we'll speak in Urdu. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so everyone, everyone have some brighter phase and some darker phase in his or her life. Your journey is also very, you know I just want to know, how do you push through your worst time?
I never get a worst time. I don't believe on a worst time.
Okay.
I, which you call a worst time, which you call a worst time, I call that preparing time. That
Okay.
is a time when I
Wow.
am preparing for a good.
Really
Sometimes.
great. Really great.
So I don't believe that I ever have a worst time. My one, I people who know me from Bristol, due to the my court case, my party said I'm not eligible for MP or a councillor or any public office. I said, get lost. It's not my cup of tea. I don't need that. So that was my, in your language was the worst time, in my language it was my preparing time. That, so I said, okay, no more election, let's change my direction to the United Nations, because United Nations, they don't have any problem about what happened, so they are giving me opportunity. If example, if today you introduce me with my five or six position, I'm holding 33 position in a
Wow.
different organization. I'm somewhere director, somewhere
Yes.
chairman, but to be honest, I never ever put these on my card, on my business card. On my business card, there is only three things: my name, my telephone number, and my email. That's my total introduction. I never ever put anywhere that I'm an observer to you and I'm a founder, chairman, or a member of the Labour Party, or I'm a president for a Pakistani political party. I do not need these, because where I am, everything is behind me. I'm the face for everything.
Cool. Really cool. Really cool. And this is the one thing I love about you. And really appreciate, Mr. Rana. Really appreciate. And my belief is getting more stronger and stronger after every answer on you.
Good. That's
So,
nice.
my next question is, what are your success habits?
I never give up. That's a simple thing. And I don't listen the people who try to bring me down. I don't listen them. I don't
Wow.
listen. They don't exist in my dictionary. They do not have any name. That people, they have a name. They are idiots. So I don't spend my time on idiots. I spend time people like you who appreciate me, because that's a human. That's a human nature.
Yeah,
If you love me, I will love you back. If you
definitely.
respect me, I will respect you back. That's a
Definitely.
common thing. So, and
Wow.
keep going. Don't focus on the people who don't, who, because
Lovely.
because there is always people who will try to bring you down. They are
Pull
your
you down, right?
bigger admirer. They are your bigger fan, because they know you are going somewhere. They know you are going up or down.
Wow.
So you need to keep them on your pocket, to tell them every time, look at them. Oh, he put a new comments about me, he put new things about me. So
Lovely.
keep these people around you, so at least you will know that you are going higher.
Wow.
Imagine how many people will put comments against someone who are doing nothing, right?
Yes.
If he's doing
Yes.
nothing, he's nothing. There is a
Yes.
hundreds of article printing every day again Narendra Modi, but he don't give any. I don't want to say, but he don't give any. So that's thing,
Definitely.
I think success is only come from your heart. Keep
Wow.
believing on yourself. The one thing I will repeat again. The one thing. Imagine yourself. that you are the creation that Allah said, I proud on you. In my book, I think it
Wow.
must be in your book as well. So it is that we are a best person. So we are a
Yes.
best person. Someone saying somewhere sitting. For me is God. For you is Bhagwan. For someone is
Yes.
Bhutmata. So whoever it is. So he's doing your best and keep doing best. And imagine
Yes.
people who changed the history before you and me. None of them was flying on a sky.
Yes. Yes.
None of
Definitely.
them
They are
was
like
flying
us.
on a
They
sky.
are like us.
None of them have a big nose or big eyes or 10 hand or 20 legs. All these people on a human creation was the same.
Wow.
They was eating same food, same drink, same water, but less power than me from you. Imagine if someone tells Shah Jahan right now that Mr. Taran or Mr. Basharat can have a communication in a 1 second from 500,000 miles. He will say, get lost. I don't want to be a
This is
president for
magical.
this era.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
are
This is
more powerful. We are more powerful. We are a people who are changing the shape of the world. So
yes.
keep trusting your position and be a thankful. When you stop claim crying yourself, do not cry for yourself. Be a proud always. Look at on a glass every day. Look at, sometime I was when I don't have a shame to telling this. When I was little, I used to see my name on a wall, and every 2 or 3 day I was crossing. Oh, still is look nice. Nowadays, every 2 or 3 days I Google myself. I put myself in a Google. What's new things coming up? I'm my big admirer because if I don't tell myself, Bisharat, you are doing a wonderful. No one else will tell me good is
Wow.
wonderful. So I will tell you
Yes.
one more story. There is something very bad happened in public eye in my life, and one of my friend, he said, Bisharat, I'm very sorry. Be disappear for few months. Oh, underground, don't come on a public face. I listening. He's one of my friend in a Bristol. And my reply was him. I said, get lost and don't call me again. Because you are telling me just because I see something wrong in my life, and you are telling me I put my 30 years on a back on graveyard. No, I will come back. I will stand again.
Wow.
I will do the things again because I don't believe on a failure.
Really great. Really great. So, Mr. Rana, my last question in English. After this, we will conversate in Hindi, Urdu. Every successful man or woman has inspiring figure and personality. So, who is your inspiration and why?
Okay, I have a two uh, personality in my heart. One is my father, because my father, we are from city, the small city from Pakistan, Kamalia. And in that time, we used to get married for a girl when she become a 14 years old. My father and my mother stand against that principle or that culture. They give education to my sister. I have a seven sister, and all of seven are on a PhD level or minimum on a master degree. So they give education for my sister. They stand against that unhuman culture. So what is my father is my role model, and
Wow.
all other Muslim, Muhammad, peace be upon our prophet, is the role model for everyone. Plus this, I like the Hazrat Umar, the second Khalifa of Islam, Hazrat Umar Farooq, which one was quoted by the Mahatma Gandhi, because once Muslim said Mahatma Gandhi that if Muslim become a wake up, they will be worse than a Hitler and a Genghis Khan. Then Mahatma Gandhi replied, I wish Muslim know who is Umar Farooq, so they don't need to quote the Genghis Khan or
Yes.
Hitler. So
Yes.
Umar Farooq was the greatest warrior, the greatest ruler, and the greatest human. And I love his personality, and that's something I love it.
Definitely.
I will give
Definitely.
you I will give you reference. You can learn his. And
I
anyway,
will definitely. I will definitely learn, Mr. Rana, and my question and answer session is, so much worthy. I can strongly say this. Today, we come to know about your life, your thought, your positivity, your way of handling things, your way of responding things. It's really amazing, and definitely it will help a lot to our viewers. So now we can speak in Urdu, so your some of your follower can also enjoy this.
So get ready for a sixer. I'm very good in Urdu.
Yes, yes, please, please, please.
Some six will be cross the pavilion.
डेफिनेटली आपको आपका स्वागत करते हैं।
हम भी आपका
आप
स्वागत करते हैं।
जी हमारे हमारे सब चाहने वालों को और हमारे जो राणा जी हैं बशरत अली खान साहब, जिनको राजुल सुल्तान की भी उपाधि मिली हुई है, आप हमारे बीच में आज आए और आपने अपनी जिंदगी के अनुभव, अपनी सच्चाई, अपनी मेहनत, अपनी ताकत, जिसके दम पे आज आपने इस मुकाम को हासिल किया है। हम ऊपर वाले से दुआ करते हैं कि ऐसे ही आपको तरक्कियां मिलती रहें और ऐसे ही आप लोगों की जिंदगी में रोशनी लाते रहें। मैं दोस्तों आपसे बताना चाहता हूं कि करेंटली हमारे राणा साहब जो हैं वो वुमेन्स पर, चाइल्ड चिल्ड्रंस पर, डेमोक्रेसी पर, गरीबी पर, सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट पर, पानी के लिए, माइनॉरिटी राइट्स के लिए और फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन के लिए और भी कई मुद्दों के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। और जय हो फाउंडेशन, हमारी पूरी टीम, मैं और ग्लोबल पीस लेट्स टॉक की टीम राणा साहब को बधाई देते हैं उनके अच्छे कामों के लिए, उनका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं और हम ऊपर वाले से दुआ करते हैं कि उनकी रोशनी ऐसे ही पूरे जमाने को रोशन करती रहे। और फिर से वो दो लाइन में इनकी शान में कहना चाहूंगा जो मैंने पहले कही थी कि ऊपर वाले ने भी अनमोल रतन गिनती के ही बनाए हैं और उसमें से भी सबसे कीमती आज मेरे साथ में आए हैं। ऐसे कीमती, बेशकीमती हमारे राणा साहब, शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं आपका। और आप भी अपने तरफ से कोई हमारे दोस्तों को मैसेज देना चाहें तो दे सकते हैं।
पहली बात, मैं अपने इंडिया और पाकिस्तान और दुनिया भर में जो लोग उर्दू में इस प्रोग्राम को देखना शुरू किए हैं उन्हें वेलकम करता हूं और उम्मीद करता हूं कि मेरी नाकामियों और मेरी कामयाबियों से आप लोग कुछ अच्छा सीख कर जाएंगे। और मैं इंडिया के तमाम दोस्तों को ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि पाकिस्तानी कौम आपसे बहुत ज़्यादा मोहब्बत करती है। पाकिस्तान की कौम आप लोगों से कभी भी लड़ाई झगड़े की सोच नहीं रखती। आज भी जब हमारे इंडिया से कोई मेहमान आते हैं पाकिस्तान में, तो पाकिस्तान से उन्हें खुले दिल से इज्जत दी जाती है। तो हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि पाकिस्तान और इंडिया के दरमियान ये जो इंटरनेशनल ताकतें लड़ाई करवा के पैसा, वो हमने स्कूल में एक स्टोरी सुनी होती थी बांदर और बिल्ली वाली,
जी
शायद आपको याद होगा। हमारे
जी
साथ
जी
भी इंटरनेशनल स्टैब्लिशमेंट वही बांदर और बिल्ली वाली खेल खेल रही है। हमें लड़ा के वो खुद पैसा कमा रहे हैं और हमें वो इस तरह की परेशानियों में डालकर अपना बेनिफिट देख रहे हैं। उम्मीद है कि एक दिन हम उन तमाम से ऊपर चले जाएंगे
जरूर
और इस
जरूर
तरह की परेशानियों से निकल आएंगे।
जरूर। आप जैसे नेक दिल, आप जैसे अच्छे लोग दोनों देशों में हैं और मैं ये पूरी मेरे ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि आप जैसे लोगों की संख्या बढ़ती रहे, इजाफा होते रहे, आपकी टीम बढ़े, आपके साथी बढ़े, आपके हाथ बढ़े, जो विश्व में शांति स्थापित करने में आपकी मदद करें। और बहुत सारी जो समस्याएं आज हमारे जीवन में हैं, चाहे वो किसी भी तरह की हो, चाहे वो महिलाओं को लेकर के हो, चाहे वो पढ़ाई लिखाई इल्म को लेकर के हो, चाहे वो टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर के हो, चाहे वो इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्मेशन को लेकर के हो, वो इंशाअल्लाह मैं दुआ करता हूँ कि वो जल्दी से जल्दी सारी परेशानियां दूर हो जाएं। और लेट्स स्प्रेड पॉजिटिविटी फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स स्प्रेड पॉजिटिविटी। Thank you so much, Mr. Rana. Thank you for joining us, and we wish all the very best for all your future endeavors. May God bless you. Allah blessed you, and we'll in touch with you. And I know your big knowledge is not covered in this short interview. So definitely we'll come again and different program and
Before
different.
before
Yes.
you hang up,
Yes.
because we just turn ourselves in Urdu. We are
Yes.
people who are listening in Urdu. I just want to convey them a
बोलिए.
message.
जी जी प्लीज बोलिए.
आप तमाम लोग
जी.
जिंदगी में एक चीज याद रखें कि जिंदगी में कोई भी चीज फेलियर नहीं होती, नाकामी नहीं होती। जो लोग मुझे सुन रहे हैं,
वाह.
आपकी आजमाइश होती है, आपसे काम की तवक्को की जाती है। आप मेहनत करें, उसका अजर की तवक्को ना रखें कि आप कामयाब होंगे या नाकाम होंगे। उसका कोई मायने अपनी जिंदगी में खत्म कर दें। आप देखते हैं कि हम बहुत से लोग हैं, बहुत सी चीजें करते हैं। आप कुछ भी
जी.
करें, लेकिन करें सही। और एक चीज कि ये बड़ा स्केल कुछ नहीं होता, ये सबको दुरुस्त करने के फैसले कुछ नहीं होते, सबकी गुर्बत खत्म करने के फैसले कुछ नहीं होते। ये ख्वाबी बातें हैं, आज तक नहीं हुई। सबको
वाह.
एजुकेशन देना मुमकिन नहीं है। हमने SDG गोल्स रखे हैं 2013, यूनाइटेड नेशन ने 180 कंट्रीज ने ये गोल रखे। मुझे भी पता है और आपको पता है, ये खत्म नहीं होंगे। अगले 10 साल में हर बंदा भूख की वजह से परेशान नहीं रहेगा। ऐसा होगा, ऐसा होना रहेगा। लेकिन आपकी जिम्मेदारी है किसी एक शख्स के लिए अपना शोल्डर देना, किसी एक शख्स के लिए।
वाह.
किसी एक शख्स को खजूर के 100वें हिस्से का एक दाना भी दें, लेकिन
वाह.
शेयर जरूर करें। शोल्डर जरूर बने किसी के, किसी की दुख में, किसी की तकलीफ में उसकी तमन्ना जरूर बने। उसकी उसकी बुरी आजमाइश में उसके साथ खड़े जरूर हो। चाहे
वाह.
खाली हाथ खड़े रहें, लेकिन खड़े
बहुत
जरूर रहो। क्योंकि इस
बहुत.
वक्त WHO की कॉन्फ्रेंस थी कल, जिसमें हमें बताया गया कि हर 100 बंदों में मरने वाला एक बंदा खुदकुशी करता है। और वो जो खुदकुशी करता है वो इसलिए करता है कि शायद उसे कुछ सुनने वाला नहीं था, शायद
वाह.
कोई आगे बढ़कर उसके हाथ पकड़कर ये कहने वाला नहीं था, ओ चल छाड़े यार, कुछ नहीं होता, आगे नक, कल देख, हो कुछ नहीं होता, हो बड़ी बड़ी चीजें होगी। मैं आखिरी मिसाल दूंगा आपके भी ऑडियंस को और पाकिस्तानी ऑडियंस को भी। हमारे
जी.
एक नबी हैं, हजरत यूनुस अलैहिस्सलाम। वो क्या हुआ, वो कोई मसला हुआ। मैं आपको छोटी सी स्टोरी सुनाऊंगा।
जी. जी प्लीज
उन्होंने
बताइए.
दरिया में छलांग लगा दी। किसी वजह से उन्हें दरिया में फेंक दिया गया, या उन्होंने खुद छलांग लगा दी। क्योंकि जिस कश्ती में बैठे थे तूफान आ रहा था। तो उस वक्त ये कल्चर था कि किसी कुरा निकालते किसी एक शख्स को, वो समझते कि किसी एक बंदे की वजह से ये सब हो रहा है। तो
हाँ
बार
हाँ.
बार कुरा निकलता, तो उसी बंदे हजरत यूनुस का निकलता। एक दफा निकला, 2 दफा निकला, कश्ती वाले कहते हैं हमने आपको नहीं फेंकना, अपने एक बंदे हैं। फिर दूसरी दफा निकला, उन्होंने कहा हमने आपको नहीं फेंकना, अपने एक बंदे हैं। फिर तीसरी दफा निकला, उन्होंने कहा कि हमने आपको नहीं फेंकना, उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, अब मैं खुद ही जाऊंगा। वो
वाह.
कश्ती से 5 दरिया में उन्होंने छलांग लगा दी। दरिया में जब गए, अपनी तरफ
जी.
से उन्होंने मौत को दावत दी, मौत को
जी.
गले लगाने की कोशिश की। वो
जी.
पानी में गिर गए, दरिया में चले गए। दरिया में से एक मछली ने उनको अपने पेट में ले लिया, अपने जिस्म में अंदर निगल लिया पूरे को पूरे, हजरत यूनुस अलैहिस्सलाम को। उसके बाद वो हजरत यूनुस वहां पर 40 दिन रहे। आप देखें कैसी मौत। पहले तो वो पानी में गिर गए, पानी में आप गिर जाए मौत। फिर
जी.
मछली के पेट में गिर चले गए, फिर मौत।
जी.
एक समुद्र का अंधेरा, एक पानी का अंधेरा, एक मछली का अंधेरा। ना खाना, ना पीना, ना सूरज, ना हवा, ना सर्दी, ना गर्मी। 40 दिन अल्लाह ने उनको मछली के पेट में रखा। तो वहां पे उन्होंने जो दुआ की थी, उन्होंने कहा था कि या अल्लाह, मैंने अपने पे जो है गलत किया, मुझे इसकी सजा ना दीजिए, आप मुझे माफ कर दे, बेशक आप माफ करने वाले, ऐसी सजा। तो देखें, वो इतने अंधेरों से, इतनी परेशानियों से जिसका सोचना मुमकिन नहीं है, उन
जी.
परेशानियों से वो निकल आए और आके उन्होंने दोबारा जिंदगी शुरू की। तो आपको शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहिए अपने भगवान का, अपने खुदा का, अपने मानने वाले का। वो आपको तन्हा नहीं छोड़ेंगे। और आपको दुनिया की कोई चीज आपके सुलेमान खान का एक डायलॉग है कि मुझे तब तक कोई नहीं हरा सकता जब मैं खुद हार ना मान लूं।
वाह.
तो शुक्रिया।
क्या डायलॉग. और एक और डायलॉग मैं हमारे इंडियन सिनेमा का आपसे शेयर करना
जी।
चाहूंगा कि रोशनी गर हो खुदा को मंजूर,
हम्म।
अंधेरों में भी चिराग जलते हैं, तूफानों में भी चिराग जलते हैं। तो अगर अल्लाह को, ऊपर वाले को, हमारे क्रिएटर को मंजूर है रोशनी, तो कैसे फिर अंधेरा हमारा कुछ बिगाड़ पाएगा। और आप जैसे लीडर, आप जैसे यंग यूथ इंस्पायरिंग लीडर जिस देश में होंगे, उस देश के लोग डेफिनेटली गर्व करते होंगे आप पर, और मुझे भी बहुत गर्व है आप पर। और मैं ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करूंगा अपने कि ये गर्व बढ़ता रहे, और आप ऐसे ही जमाने में पूरे देश दुनिया में ऐसे लोगों की मदद और एक उम्मीद, एक अच्छी भावना ऐसे ही फैलाते रहें, ऐसे ही अपनी खुशबू से सारे शमा को महकाते रहें। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया राणा साहब, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, आपने इतना
शुक्रिया।
कुछ दिया।
नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल एंड थैंक यू। अल्लाह
थैंक
हाफिज।
थैंक यू।